You know what the best part of farming runes in Elden Ring is? Not actually having to do it. And that's exactly what we're going to be showing you today. We're going to be going over an AFK rune farm where you can get hundreds of thousands of runes without actually having to do a single thing. This location is easily the best AFK farming area in all of Elden Ring. Now, this is going to be the best spot for you if maybe you're wanting to watch a movie or something on Netflix and you really just don't want to be running back and forth dodging a ball. Or perhaps you're working from home and it would be bad if you, I don't know, were playing Elden Ring all day while you were supposed to be working, but you can still play Elden Ring and get a whole bunch of XP while you're getting your job done. And sometimes this AFK rune farm will last like 30 minutes, sometimes it'll last 10, sometimes it'll last 2. It is prone a little bit to glitching, but sometimes it will just last forever, and you can just sit here in your Mimic's Veil acting like a freaking statue and just rake in tons of runes. The last time that I did this, I was able to get 125,000 runes before I ended up just leaving the area. I think it also had broken, but we're going to go over exactly how to unlock this particular rune farm. Extremely easy because it does involve defeating a rather difficult boss to be able to get here. Now, unfortunately, to unlock this particular rune farm, we need to defeat Star Scourge Radhan. And you're in luck. I've got a way to cheese it, so anybody should be able to beat it with relative ease. Now, I do have a separate video going far more in depth on how to take down Star Scourge Radhan. If you want to check that out, I'll leave it linked in the description below. But essentially, we need to head into Caelid, following this road all the way down until you get to the Caelid Highway South. From here, you're going to head just a little bit farther south to the Cathedral of the Dragon Communion. From here, you're going to want to go to the altar, and you're going to want to pick up something called Rotten Breath. You're going to need to give this altar a dragon heart to be able to unlock it, but it is so good. Now, this particular spell causes Scarlet Rot, and all you need to do is hit Radhan 2 times in phase 1 with this to be able to take him down to half health, and then 2 times in phase 2 to be able to kill him. Now, before you go in, you're going to want to make sure that you have one of your incantation equipment, your finger seals, equipped on your right hand, so that way you can easily cast the spell when you need to. Now, you're also going to want to have a few of your flasks set for FP regen, and once you get inside, the main goal is to just not get hit. He's going to be shooting these purple arrows at you that you can dodge through or under, and then you're going to start reviving your fallen friends. So keep dodging these purple arrows, and you can also use the weapons that are in the field to be able to actually absorb one of the hits. Once you revive the big bull dude, he's going to start shooting arrows up in the air. You can actually just block these with your shield and then continue dodging the purple bolts or get completely blasted by one. Whatever your heart desires, just try not to die. It's okay if you get hit by 1 or 2 of them, but the shield does work really well for these arrows if you're very far away. We're going to revive this last friend over here to be able to be a healer. And then from here, we're going to hop on our horse. We're going to run in and pick up this last friend. And now we do have our finger seal equipped and we have Rotten Breath ready to go. We're going to be patient and wait for an opening behind Radhan to run in and apply 1 level of this Rotten Breath. We need to apply 2 of them. So do it and then run away, because sometimes this will cause him to aggro you rather than the friends. And the goal is to just keep running from him until he starts focusing on your friends anymore. Basically, this is a game of sacrifice. We're sacrificing our friends to live. This is a game of patience. If you try and rush in too soon, you might just die. So there we go. He's aggroed his friends again, and what we can do now is just run in, get an opening behind him. We have to apply 2 levels in each phase. There's 2 phases to this fight, and each time we need to hit him with at least 2 rotten breaths. That's all we need to do is 2. Now that we've hit him with 2, he's actually taking damage every second. This is going to take him all the way into phase 2. And our main goal right here is to just keep running away until he disappears off the map. If at any point in time he starts just chasing you again, just keep running away. And once he hits about halfway health or just below half, he's going to disappear. You'll hear the music get quieter, which means he's kind of vanished. You can run around and gather up your friends, but he's going to come like a freaking meteor out of the sky, and you just need to run away from the direction that he's falling in. He's going to hit the ground, and now you have entered phase 2. At this point in time, what I do is I just keep running away from him, making sure I revive all of our fallen friends, so that way they can be the focus of his hatred. I don't recommend running into him. He can easily one-shot you in this phase. If you keep running away from him and kind of at an angle, then you shouldn't get hit by any of his ranged attacks or anything like that. But the main goal is just patience in this phase. I know it looks like he's almost dead, but he can go crazy in this particular one. There we go. Now he's focused on our friends, and this allows us to have an opening to apply our first level of Rotten Breath. Basically, when he disappears, it resets all the debuffs on him, so we have to reapply Rotten Breath. We hit him once, we're just going to run away very quickly and wait until we verify that he has aggroed our friends once again, which it looks like he has, but I'm just going to go around and make sure that we revive everything that we can. Because sometimes, even when he's aggroed your friends, if you run into him, he'll like charge at you, and like, I don't even know what kind of attack it is. I've just died instantly. So I've learned at this phase 2 in particular, patience is very, very much key. I'm going to run around the edge of this here just to make sure there's no more friends. And then we're going to try and just come at him from the back and apply our last level of Rotten Breath, which should allow us to easily defeat Radhan. Once Radhan's been defeated, you're going to head over to the corner of this particular area to the War Dead Catacombs. It's going to be right along the beach here, and you can open up this door and go inside. From here, we're just going to pick up this Site of Grace, and you can rest at it, and then we're going to head down these stairs. Now, the crazy thing about this is sometimes it'll last 10 minutes, sometimes it'll last hours. It is very much prone to breaking, but if you're doing stuff around the house and just don't feel like, you know, dodging a ball or fighting things, you can get a lot of other things done while just passively gaining XP. And that's why I really like this, because quite frankly, I like doing multiple things at a time. So we can go down these stairs, and we're going to spawn the ones down at the bottom. Then from here, we're going to go back up, and then we're going to sit on the stairs right here. Now, this seems to be the best spot that I have found to be able to keep this actually working as long as possible without actually ever getting attacked. This spot right here, and then I kind of just tilt my camera down to where they spawn. When you're in this spot, you can just use it, the Mimic's Veil if you want, but you don't really need to. But you can experiment with different spots in here with the Mimic's Veil to really try and find the best way to keep all of these ghosts spawning and continuously killing each other. Now, it does take a little while for them to die, but when they do, you do get around like 3,000 XP, well, 3,600 XP per kill, which is pretty nice. And right now we do have the gold scarab equipped, so if you don't know how to get this, I have another video on how to get a bunch of items, well, 2 items that will drastically boost your XP or runes in Elden Ring. And you can see here that some of these soldiers are spawning up top. The hope is that they would end up falling down to the bottom to continue fighting. So this one might end up breaking, but we'll see how long it lasts. But this is really all there is to it. Just sit here, collect XP as long as you can before it breaks, then just reset it up for yourself and continue collecting XP.